the Kindness Game Scoreboard with our special guest and newest, I love it.
Nice.
And newest alum, Jason. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, Jason.
Cool.
So
Hey,
you've taken a week off. How does it feel to be back in the kindness saddle?
I feel well rested. I've gotten a little bit more sleep than I would have usually done during the kindness games. I'm just kidding. I'm feeling good. It's Monday. It's supposed to be warm this week. It's freezing right now in Chicago. So anything's better than the way it's been.
Nice. Well, we have a kindness game scoreboard the day before the election. So one last opportunity to be happy for the week. Choose your mood. And we'll open it up with the scoreboard has changed a lot in the last 2 weeks. We do this every 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, there were 3 Kindness Games alumni. Now there are 5. Jason, this is his first OT. And then over the weekend on Saturday, Josh Ledesma, which I think I'm pronouncing it right finally, because I actually talked to him over the weekend. He's like, yeah, no, that's not the way you say it, but that's cool. Whatever. I'm the worst with names. Ask around. So we have 5 Kindness Games alumni now, and we're actually just a couple days from getting a few more. So before we get to that, there's been another interesting development. So you guys know from the last one that we've had 4 waves plus an allies group, high performers, big influencers in the industry who have been kind enough to give us a shout out or 2. But Jonathan Harris came off the allies bench and joined the 4th wave, and he's at 10 posts now in the last 2 weeks, which is amazing. And so I'm wondering, is it possible to be a kindness ally? Like either you're down with kindness or you're not. What do you guys think?
Ladies first. Come on, Kelsey. You know the score.
Right? No, I think you can be an ally. Everybody needs a cheerleader, right? But also we want you guys to join. We would love you to join. I'll give you the option, but I will convince you or try to convince you to join.
I'm gonna say that is a no for me. You've got to be in it to win it. Come on, show that love, show that kindness, and be in the kindness games. It's as simple as that. It's a no for me.
I think I'll do like a hybrid version of both answers. I feel like just to kind of split the difference here, because I think, if they're going to put in the extra effort to better the kindness games and spread the word, I think spreading kindness in any way, shape, or form is a good idea. But I would still encourage people to take that step that John did and jump into the pool with all the rest of us, because the water is nice and warm over here.
I'm going to take the position of if I told my wife, like, I'm really on board with loving you, but I'm not actually going to do it. What?
Yeah,
how would that go? So I'm just throwing this out there in good fun. Go ahead, Lee.
I'll say you've got to go all in, right? Totally commit. I tell you one thing though, one thing I will allow and I think is awesome, okay, is have you seen what Miranda's doing with her version of the kindness games? So in essence, she's still doing the kindness games, right? Because she's posting every day. She's just put a different spin on it. So for me, that's cool because it's like the kindness games is evolving, right? What?
Is she posting every day?
I think she's posting like every day. I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of posts.
Uh-oh.
Have a look, check it out.
I don't think I put her on the scoreboard yet. I thought she just did one post with a bunch of pictures. Is she changing the pictures?
Yeah, she's changing.
Yes.
Change the pictures, yeah.
Ooh.
Every day, bro. Attention to detail.
The official scoreboard until now. Well, we'll have to throw. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't want to say
updates. I don't know what she's up to, but she is leading the 5th wave. Okay, but before we get there, we're way ahead of ourselves. Ron Moorman, Chuck Randolph, Chuck Andrews, Paul Moxness, Andy Scantlin, Daniel Halleck, Rob McKenna, and Sarah Lawler. We want you to get off the bench. We love that you've been our allies, but I think it's time with all this extra time you're going to have around the holidays coming up. And we know that it's going to be smooth sailing right after tomorrow in the election. So you're going to have lots of extra time. Nothing is going to go wrong. So we want you to guys consider getting off the bench and joining the kindness games. Even just doing a 30 and 30 weeks, 1 post a week can make a difference. All right. So first wave is done. That was Lee and myself. The second wave, what? Brandon Tan at 27 posts. Jay McDermott at 27 posts. And Kekishan Dadwani at 8 posts. What do we think of this wave, guys?
Who's first?
I'm ready. So I love that everybody has put their own spin. Jason, you totally started that different spin with your fundraising and really down to earth posts, which I loved. So I'm going to embarrass you for a second because that was amazing. We love what you did. And then Brandon, Jay, and Kekishan. I think that they're all super genuine as well in their posts. I love that Brandon, the most animated videos, like his kindness games post of the day and his iMovie editing, we totally picked his brain a little bit on that. But yeah, oh yeah. And then he changes up where he is. Same with Jay. He takes us like on a tour. I feel like we're in a waterfall one day and then we're in an office another day, and super cool. And what did Tim, he danced in a robe, right?
Yeah, his first kindness games was dancing in a robe while brushing his teeth.
It's amazing.
I don't think that's ever happened before. That's amazing.
I have not seen that one. I need to go find that one.
You need to find it. It's proper gangster.
It's great.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, but I love everybody's genuine messages and the difference that they're doing and difference they're making, and the spin that everyone's putting on their own post.
I'll let Jason go next. Come on, man.
Sure.
Come on, man.
Well, I honestly like Brandon's posts just like crack me up every single time. He's like our like resident hip hop like young kid that was like taking the world by storm. I just love it. But his energy, like, and what he's been doing is just like, I just love watching his videos all together. And John, I can't say enough good things about him too. Like I had to like last minute add him to my kindness games because he's just like just an overall like genuine guy. Like every one of his videos is so incredibly genuine. He's super nice. And I love the description of him being on a tour, because I was just watching one of his most recent videos when he was in Alberta, and he did like the Star Trek thing behind him with like, I think it's like called the USS Enterprise. I'm not really a Trekkie fan, but I thought that was really cool how he ended the video of that Alberta, all of us out here are out of this world. I was like, oh, that's such a good remark. It's so John McDermott for sure. And then Kekishan is the last one, right? In this group, she is just fantastic. Every one of her posts I've just been enjoying, and she's a little articulate and to the point. And I feel like that's one of my favorite things. And I didn't realize that she was ESL. I had been in ESL classes for so long, and because you wouldn't know it, she's just so fluent and she's so articulate. I don't know any other languages, and she's way more articulate than I am in the first place. And she just got so many wonderful points in the first place. I feel like we're learning lessons from her, not just call outs each and every time. So it's been really fun to watch these three all together.
They are all superstars in their own right. Brandon makes me feel old. He makes me feel all of my 43 years, right?
Oh, you are old, FYI.
Like super old. He is just like this hipster gangster, and there's just me like all crusty and old, like trying to do his best and look young, right? So yeah, but he's like super cool. Kekishan, just, you know, I love what she's doing. You know, echo what Jason says. She's so articulate. And measured in everything that she says. You know, she's, you know, really gets into it contextually and really tries to, you know, put out some powerful messages which resonates with everybody. John, yeah, I love him to pieces. He's really good. That Star Trek one, I'm not a Trekkie, but I started watching the new series of Star Trek on Netflix, and I've got into it. So when I saw that the other day, I thought that was great with John, and going back to in his Hugh Hefner smoking jacket, I actually think he had a little pet dog as well. It's like the Dr. Evil moment as well. So, you have to watch it, Jason. Yeah, they're great guys, all of them. Love them.
Yeah. So here's my take. One, Brandon, John, which one of you is going to be number 6 alumni?
Shots fired.
And Keikashan is amazing. She's my partner in crime on the real kindness games. But don't you think for a second that that qualifies as the kindness games. It's different. It's the real kindness games, 2 different names. So you can't be like, hey, I'm recording these with you and they're also kindness games. They're not. So FYI, you still have to do both. Third wave, Kathleen Ferris at 15 posts and Janina Linka at 7 posts. Thoughts on this wave?
So I think Kathleen, you could tell she's a coach for sure. She's like a natural at what she does for sure.
Mhm.
I love her videos. They're all teaching lessons. Like I feel like I sit there and watch her videos and I nod my head the whole time, like we're having an actual conversation. So I think those are awesome. And she's kind of going out of her comfort zone, right? I think she mentioned that she didn't like videos initially and she had to really think through what she was talking about, but proud of you. And then how do you say?
Janina.
Janina. I always want to say it incorrectly. I'm sorry. Janina. So I have a meeting with Janina tomorrow. Talk about getting to know people through the kindness games, which is amazing. I think that her persistence and her kind gestures are quite incredible. I think that she sees the big picture and she's super genuine and I'm super excited to get to know her on a little more personal level.
I would echo that about Gina. She's definitely incredibly nice. She was one of the first folks that reached out to me at the beginning of my kindness games to say, this is great what you're doing. This is inspiring me to do my stuff. And I was just like taken aback. I was just like, she's just so nice, like to be able to reach out to someone across the world like that and not someone you don't know. And that's also one of the reasons why I like Kathleen, because I mean, I think she was like the first one outside of like our major group of connections that just kind of saw it, loved what Tim was doing and Lee were doing, and just kind of jumped in head first. And I was like, I was completely astonished. At least like we all had like at least some level of comfort zone with like the friends that we had and like the group that we had, and she would just like jumped in head first and she's like, I want to be a part of this. And I think that's awesome. That's so inspirational altogether.
She is awesome. I'm going to call her Coach Kath. I don't know if she's going to like that. She might not, but she does seem like a Coach Kath to me, right? She's like very good. Plus, I do owe her an apology. I was meant to have a call with her on Friday, but Dr. COVID came along and said, hey, buddy, you need to do a test. So unfortunately, I had to reschedule. So Coach Kath, I'm still coming at you, and I'm looking forward to our call. Keep doing great things. As Jason said, you just jumped into it, without knowing anybody, not really knowing what was required. And again, just done, such authenticity in everything that you do. So love it. Janina, you know my thoughts on you. I think you are a superstar in the making. I am so happy to hear from Kelsey today that you guys are speaking, which makes me even happier. I know you've been doing a lot of stuff with women in security. I've seen some posts on LinkedIn through Chuck Harold, and a special thanks to Chuck Harold actually for uplifting all of the women in security and promoting that so much. So good stuff. Yeah. All right.
Very good. Yeah, Kathleen, I didn't know her. We ran in a similar parallel circle. We did these Friday wild calls together, but we never actually met. And that's where I think she heard about us because I made Daniel Halleck and Rob McKenna join as allies. But we'll see if they'll just get off the bench. But yeah, actually, I did a call with her, I think last week, met her for the first time. And then I was like, awesome. Well, we got like 10 minutes left. Let's just record something. She was like, And, but she stepped outside of her comfort zone and it was awesome. And Janina, I met her a few weeks back. We did also a kindness recording together, and she's super cool. Actually, I think she and I will be connecting again soon. So it's always good to meet young professionals rising in the industry. Now, the fourth wave, 13 people.
Wowza.
Dang.
I'm no virologist, but it seems like that's what's starting to happen. So we can't comment on each one of these people because it's too much and we don't have enough time. But Steve Donofrio. I still don't know if I'm talking about him right. I've talked to him several times. I don't know his last name really. Hey, if that's wrong, then let me know.
I think it's Donofrio. It sounds better, Donofrio, bro.
I don't know.
Definitely Donofrio.
You are the worst with names.
Dude, I'm the worst.
You said it. That's around.
23 for Steve. That's awesome. He's knocking on Kindness alumni door.
Yeah.
John Harris off the bench at 10. Sue Ginsburg, another person I don't know, but a meeting soon, at 10. Bill Massey, a personal friend of mine, at 10. Saeed Sharif, I do not know him, at 3. Mandy Myers and Bert Hart are inside the access control editors that helps us with GSD talks and GSD fails and all those things. Awesome people. They're both at 2. Elisa Mula and Min Karianis. Yeah, sorry. I don't ask these people how to say their names. I'm sorry. They're both at 2, but they went the extra mile. They both did 1, and then they did a podcast about the kindness games.
Mm-hmm.
Sick. That just came out over the weekend. That was awesome. Big shout out to you guys. James Dukowski, Antoinette King, and they are both at 1. And then we have 2 people, Glenn Smith and Kuno Palemo, who have publicly stated they were going to do it, but have yet to post.
It's not weak to speak. Come on, get off the bench. Do it.
Broad thoughts on this wave real quick, everybody.
I think it's amazing that there's a 4th wave and a 5th coming, and just keep it going. I know some of these people, and again, I've had the pleasure of meeting some of them virtually because of the kindness games. So again, I'm going to say that this has been an awesome initiative because creating new connections, but also doing what we do best or doing what we need the most and spreading kindness. But John Harris, I'm totally going to pick on him for a second. His videos are sweet. He has a goal in mind, I feel, that he hasn't really shared, but you can tell there's a constant thread throughout his posts. So him and Steve and Bill, I see all over LinkedIn. So I just say keep up the great work, everybody. And I could comment on all because everybody has a unique way of posting their videos and their shout outs, but keep up the good work and more information when you guys get to the top.
Yeah, I would say from my standpoint, this is like the official turning point where it's getting hard to track what's going on because those names, some of them I haven't even heard of yet so far. The fact of that, and that's pretty impressive, I think, all around. I can't imagine what 2 weeks from now is going to look like, but that's also exciting at the same point in time. And I think it's just an incredible testament to how great of an initiative it is altogether. And I am really excited too that John joined in too. He's one of those folks that I had to bump off of my kindness games list too. So I'll do it now. John, I love you, and I love you for your posts because of just how genuine they are, and you're so much better at this than so many other folks out there because you jump in and you're so calm, collected. I mean, you show up with a Scarface chair, you got a different beanie on, a different hat on every day. You got your own persona, and you're calling out things that really, really incredibly matter, not necessarily just people that are close to you. And I think that that's great too. So keep doing what you're doing. And then so many other people on there, like you said, Bill is on my list all the time. It's so nice to see him. I'm always wondering if he's going to be outside or inside every day, but he's just so great and genuine too. And I'm really excited with where this goes next too. So excited for wave 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. It's kind of incredible.
It is awesome. I'm going to keep it short and sweet and just say the 13. You guys are awesome. And I'll leave it at that. Okay? Just keep being awesome.
Yes, and now we've officially added Miranda to the 5th wave because I thought she sent out one post that was being reposted everywhere, but apparently she's changing the pictures. So
every day
closer, and I will count those up, Miranda. You are the leader of the 5th wave. Congratulations. Now, for the 5th wave, it's got to be larger than 13 people. We have to keep expanding. And I actually have a list right here of people that have told me they're going to start but haven't, or people that I'm just appalled at who haven't started. So here we go. Just kidding. I'm going to be kind. Scoreboard, everybody.